What's up, man? How are you?
Good, good. Getting ready to finish this Christmas season off. I'm excited, and man, I'm excited for tonight. We've been waiting a long time to get back in the softball realm, so tonight's gonna be a
Yeah,
really good
our
one.
fir- our first love, right? We had Kendall, of course, which is
Yeah,
incredible. What a story! That came out right before this one. What a story of determination and grit. And then, like you
yeah,
said, over the years, man, we're going into year four of doing the show,
yeah,
and we were just reminiscing, man, about behind the plate, early on days,
yeah.
and softball. We've been blessed to do football, NFL, WNBA, female boxing, UFC, but we
Yeah,
just keep coming back to our first love of softball. I
absolutely.
can't help it. Always just draws us back. And we got a girl we'll be introducing here in a second, Rylie Johnson. She's LSU, starting this year for LSU. It's
Yeah,
all good. Got no beef with them. They're not wearing burnt orange, so we're good. We love LSU. They're cool. All you Boomer Sooners out there. And so with her, man, I started looking at this body of work she's put together. Not only is she a stud athlete her whole
yeah.
life, I mean it, y'all, when I say the kind of girl I want my daughters to emulate. Dana and I were talking about
Absolutely.
this. Strong female athlete, good presence, role model, very, very strong in her faith, constantly promoting her Christian morals and faith. And again, we love everybody, but I love it when someone takes a bold stand like that and says, "Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not going to compromise being a great athlete, or I'm not going to compromise what I stand for." And I just
All
absolutely
right.
love that.
Yep.
So we had to end the year, the final episode of the year, with the one and only Rylie Johnson. Rylie, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you for the time tonight.
Yeah, I know you're busy. You're back home for fall break. Is that correct? For a couple weeks, or?
Well, for the holidays, I'm home.
Nice. Well, enjoy it while you can. Get that cold Christmas, and then the swamp or whatever they call it. I'm from Kansas, so bear with me. Riley, I know you're busy, and I don't want to take away from the family, but I got some questions for you. Danny and I are going to run past you, so I'll jump into that. Looking at this body of work, obviously, we saw you from LSU and the high school days, the scouts, all that kind of stuff. It's you trip and all the different platforms we have. You can follow a player from their middle school days at this point. But I'm curious, like before, Riley, the LSU softballer, the present that you're known for now. Take me back to the beginning. Maybe it's t-ball, maybe it's slow, like coach pitch. When did this love for softball begin for you?
Yeah,
It began around like 13 years ago, started with t-ball. I would play, my sister was on my team, my cousins were on our team, and just like some family friends in the area. We kind of made a guys and girls team. And then obviously from there, I grow up and, it's only girls now and just really worked with my childhood friends throughout Little League and Parks and Rec. And then when I was 8, I went into travel and then started traveling across the country, won a couple national titles, and here I am at LSU.
wow.
So let me get this straight. 8 years old, you're beating up on boys, playing softball, taking them out, taking them
Yeah.
out, hitting them and all that. And from the age of 8, showcase travel. It's crazy because as young as you are, you're not even 20. And it's like all this softball history. You're like the youngest veteran I've ever
Yeah,
talked to,
there you
right?
go.
All these years behind you, man. Like, what is that, like 40 seasons in softball or something, right, Dane? Like all
Oh,
those years?
it's a
That's
lot.
awesome. You've got
Oh
a lot of
yeah.
softball under you. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy, man. All the time you spent, it's amazing. So when you were little, doing the kind of the mixing it up, did you do other sports too? Just softball, or did you mix it up?
I did play a lot of basketball. I also did Parks and Rec basketball growing up too. I did stop playing I think it was my sophomore year was my last year just because I wanted to focus on softball. And honestly, after I committed, I was so scared I was going to get hurt by playing basketball. So I ended my career in basketball my sophomore year, but I also play that as well.
That's when Air Riley
Yeah,
retired. Got
absolutely.
it. Got it, Dane. Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dane.
And do you feel that the basketball days kind of helped you in softball as well, as far as conditioning and closing down space in that outfield?
I mean, conditioning for sure.
Mhm.
I liked how it's a little different because it's a lot faster paced compared to
Yeah.
softball. So it's just kind of me getting a little bit of everything with basketball and softball, and just kind of stepping away from softball for the winter was good for me, especially at a young age. So I didn't get
Yeah.
too burned out. But
Mhm.
then it also made going from fall season to softball and then playing basketball me so excited to go back in the spring to play some softball.
Oh,
Love
absolutely.
it. Love it.
Absolutely. And it's a whole different friend set. It seems like you can kind of
Yeah.
take a break. Not that you don't enjoy your friends, but take a break from these friends to make the
Some
other
people
ones
enjoy
happen.
their friend Dane. You know what I'm saying?
So now from the T-ball days and Parks and Rec to winning national titles in high school, and now getting ready to start LSU. What is maybe a favorite memory you've had through the years from all those games you've played and the championships you won? Are there maybe one or two moments that stick out in your mind that you could share with us?
Love it.
Um, I would have two. They were actually in the same summer.
Hmm.
We were in Colorado playing, and we were playing this really good Firecrackers team, and
Yeah.
we were down. I think it was like our pitcher got hurt in the middle of the game, and then it's like fighting back and forth. And then the last inning, I was up, and my teammate ahead of me hit a double, and so really I just had to score her. And I remember my coach like calling a timeout and like giving me the pep talk. And I just went up there and I kid you not, first pitch, I hit a home run and I walked us off. And that was a really cool memory.
Wow.
Um, yeah, my other one would be that summer 14U winning PGF, the national championship in Huntington Beach, California. That was, I mean, not many people can say they won a PGF national
Yeah.
title, and that was a memory that I will remember forever.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so two in the same year. It's talk about having like a career you like a rookie of the year type thing.
Yeah.
By the way, when coach does that, we call that sermon on the mound. When they give you a little pep talk, that's called a sermon on the mound. You can take that back with you.
Yes, yes.
You know. So not
Yeah.
now. That's cool. So just many memories, and then it's all she wrote from there. That's amazing. So and that's sounds like that's when the brand started cooking. You know, again the scouts and doing your LSU thing. I'm curious before I go into question three, kind of bonus. Were there others? I don't say this or not, it's cool if you can, but obviously we love LSU. Were there other schools that maybe came after you? You know, was it hard to decide? I'm curious, about that side of it
Yeah.
too.
So I went on 6 official visits. So I went to Texas A&M, Arizona State, Tennessee, LSU, NC State, Ohio State. So I ventured out a little bit of everywhere. So
Yeah.
Okay.
it was a very hard decision, but I did in the end chose LSU through a lot of prayer and talking with my family, and that was just the right place for me.
I love that. Well,
Yeah.
again, all great schools. Again, literally, as long as you don't wear burnt orange, we're big Sooner fans. As long as you're not wearing burnt orange, we'll still love you if you were, but it'd just be slightly. I'm kidding. So that's awesome. I'm glad you decided on LSU, right? Speaking of that, like influence, right? In this brand, this always draws me in a world, and Dane, we talk about this saying all the time,
Yeah.
in a world where social media and influencers, I've never heard the word influencer so much in my life before these past
Yeah.
4 to 5 years. I'm like, what does that even mean, right? So, and you have this brand where not only are you known as being this amazing athlete for years, you've also got this amazing aura about you where you're putting God first, and that's so
Yeah.
impressive to me. The influence that you're kind of shedding on those around you, whether you like it or not, your influence is very, 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 very powerful. Young
Yeah.
girls look up to you. That's what we talked about. So I'm curious, as girls look up to you and kind of want to emulate your style and your path and have that role model. Is there some girls right now, could be in the sport, could be out of it, mentors, pastors, friends, who kind of motivates you? Who's your inner circle right now, if you will?
Mm.
Yeah, so I mean, right now I would say my dad influenced me the most. I mean, he is the one that um, brought me to the sport, and I got really well from both my parents, just the work ethic. But he's always been by my side. But I will say, for softball players, when I was younger, I grew up going to tournaments with my dad's 18U team when I was around 8 or 10, and I would watch them play. And then obviously they were committed to big schools, and I actually watched them won their first national title as well. Two names really stick out to me the most. The first name was Mallory Ratcliffe. She actually was coached by my dad in high school and then in travel as well. She went and played softball at Mount Olive in North Carolina. But she really sparked the love of the game inside of me by just her setting the example for me and just being like a big sister that I never had.
Hmm.
And then the second name I would say is Alyssa Billadou. So she's now the pitching coach at UNC Charlotte. But she went and played softball at Jacksonville University. And just that's another really cool story of watching her. She was committed to a D3 school. Then after a inning that coaches watched her, she had 7 4 Division I offers when she went and
Wow.
played in Atlanta um, right before she had to move into college. And so she decided on Jacksonville. But that's another name as well. She set a really big role model example for me.
What a
Yeah.
role model, both those, right, Dane? Those are legends. Like we know those names too, and it's kind of neat, like hearing that. So, what names, right, Dane? That's a crazy
Yeah. Yeah.
cast of influences.
And you always like you never know where that inspiration is going to come from, and that's why I tell my daughter, watch everything people do that do it at a high level because you never know what you're going to learn, and you never know how big of an impact they're going to make. So emulate the good that you see in people, and somebody younger than you is going to see that in you, and you could be their influence one day. So those are great names to follow along.
Mhm,
So
yeah.
so now, when you're on your way to go back after the holidays, we'll be in 2026, no doubt. But what are
Mhm.
maybe some of the personal goals you've kind of set for yourself as you prepare for your first college years of softball?
Hmm.
Well, I'm super excited for my first spring season at LSU. I mean, my goal is to contribute and help my team win an SEC title and a national championship. But I'm also excited after we win all those championships to come back home in the summer and help grow the game locally near me and run some camps, do lessons, and then travel with my family and help my dad coach his travel ball team, and then come back and do it
Wow.
again in August.
Just you rinse, lather, repeat, right? Just like, just part
Yeah.
of it, man.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
you
Yeah.
just said basically like coaching, camps, championships. And I'm like, yeah, my weekend, I'm trying to maybe
yeah.
like, maybe go to the gym a couple times next month. She's like, yeah, just a couple championships, couple teams, might take on, learning a new language. It's easy stuff,
Yeah,
it's
yeah. I was
so
going to say,
people
uh,
that mindset, you know what I mean? So
yeah, our downtime is nothing. Yours is being boring old great.
yeah. What you do during downtime? Oh, just kind of like learn languages and teach physics and
Yeah,
stuff. No, it's awesome. That's cool. Yeah. The influence, as you can see, that's cool. A lot of stuff. I'm curious, and this is something that we couldn't say 10 years ago. It's really cool.
yeah.
You mentioned coaching, you mentioned kind of teaching
Mhm.
camps, helping dad and all that. But let's not forget, pro softball is now like a thing. Like AU is launched and it's skyrocketed
Yeah,
out there and
Hmm.
all that. So I know it's early. You got years ahead of you. But is that crossed your mind? Because that's a real thing now. Like
yeah.
AU type
Yeah.
stuff, maybe pro softball. What do you think of that too? You know?
I mean, I've considered it a little bit, but I do want to go into law school, so I want to make sure
Mhm.
that's not conflicting with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll see near my senior, junior year how it all lines up, but it's definitely under consideration for sure.
That's so cool, man. Like on top of that, just throws out law school like no big deal. Like, okay, on top of that, just gonna go, be a lawyer and all. Okay, I'm done. Stop the interview right now. I'm not worthy. No, I'm gonna transition for a minute into a segment where I like guarantee you media days and all the interviews and prep, maybe stuff you've had in your career. I guarantee this next segment, you've never had a segment like
Yeah,
this. I bet you. Okay. Dana and I have been doing this for years and 300 episodes deep in a segment that we have that's called Rapid Fire. So let me explain the rules here. Kind of similar to Family Feud, me and Dane have been betting on this every interview now for 4 years. We have 5 questions we're going to present to you. We think we know what you're going to say. There's no wrong answer. You go with what you feel is right, and we'll tell you which one of us gets the answer closest to what you said, right? We're kind of betting on you. No pressure, but I am on a winning streak. During the month of December, I've only lost 4 times. I'm just saying. So, got my questions right here. Dane, you got yours. Dane, you
yep,
got your answers and all that?
yep. We're
Okay.
ready.
No, now, with this, there's no reality. Time doesn't exist. It's just some
Yeah,
kind of personality questions about you. So we're going to go back in time, stuff like that. This is just for fun, okay? Now, we did these questions because we know of your strong faith, and I thought this was
yeah,
perfect to mix some softball with some Bible background, strong faith, just some crazy stuff, okay? So check this out. During the off season, you wake up and like you're transported back in time, like an episode of Click. You're transported back in time, and you get a chance to day and stop and play 18 holes of golf with one of these two dudes. Okay. You can play 18 holes of golf with John the Baptist, or you can go more old school and play 18 holes of golf with Moses. Both cool dudes. John the Baptist, Moses. Where we going?
John the Baptist, for
Oh, I had
sure.
Moses. I really did, man. I really had Moses. Dane, what'd you have on that? I really
yeah.
did.
I had Moses, although he'd be tougher because there'd be no water hazards.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
And he's got that cool staff, you know what I'm saying? To be like, oh. No,
but what's
no,
so
I'm curious.
funny,
What was your reason?
I'm fresh off of reading the book of John. So,
Okay.
I mean, reading the book of John,
Okay.
I think what a role model to lead the way of the coming of Jesus. That's just so cool. I mean, Moses, I mean, he's really
Yeah.
crazy, and then leading the Israelites out of Egypt. I mean, that's pretty special too, but I really like the boldness of John the Baptist.
That's cool.
Yeah.
No wrong answer. I can see that now after kind of getting to know you a little bit more. I can see the winner take all mentality. John the Baptist was a crazy dude. I don't know about the locust thing. Like I'm not that cool, but yeah. So all right. So Dane, we're tied on that one. Neither one of us got that. Question 2. A lot of sports athletes, long after their career, they do commentary. So we're gonna say you're 20 years older, and then you also go back into the Bible times, and they say, hey, it's a little different. We don't want you to commentate a game. We want you to commentate one of these live, miraculous, biblical events. We want you to commentate it, like kind of like the crossing of the Red Sea. You got to be there,
Yeah.
right? So these 2 events, and you can basically commentate it, live coverage, press conference, whatever you want to call it. The 2 events you can choose to cover. Here's Rylie Johnson, name what channel 8, right? You can cover the fiery furnace event. You can be that one reporting live on that, or you can be covering the Jonah and the whale event, like kind of webcams inside the belly. Jonah and the whale or the fiery furnace. Which one are you going to be live commentating?
Oh my gosh. I guess I have to say the fiery furnace.
Let's go. I had it. Dan, how about you?
No, I had Jonah. I was like,
Yeah, the fiery furnace.
that's tough. That was a tough one.
And
Yeah, that was tough.
and the cool story, like I could see you like as the camera cuts in, it's like light it up, I'm on fire. Just coming in, kind of hitting you. You're like, all right, guys, check it out. We're here with got Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego watching that. It'd be so cool. So yeah, I got you. Cool. Question 3. So Dane, I got you. I'm one up on you. So had to throw one in about Jesus, of course. So Sermon on the Mount, the Beatitudes. The whole. It's a very, very famous message and all that. So they call you back into that time frame. They say, hey, I want you to do something a little different. A lot of ministers these days, like they'll go on tour. Like I think of Winter Jams we've covered and been to. They'll have like preachers and they'll also have like kind of comedians, things like that. So Jesus is like, yo, before I teach my lesson, I want you to go out there and do some stand-up comedy for me in front of the 5,000, right? I want you to do your thing. So this is what he says. Not only do you have to do the kind of before I go, these are your 2 topics. You got to talk about this and make them laugh. You can have a little commentary comedy set about different types of blueberries or about different types of olives. Got to make people laugh. Doing a comedy show before Jesus, olives, blueberries. Which topic are you going with?
I mean, Jesus turned water into wine. I guess I have to go with olives.
Hey, I didn't even think about that one, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have that one, Dave?
Yeah, I was going with how many different varieties and things you could do with
Yeah.
it.
Like, maybe Jesus' favorite
That's
color is like grape or something. That's a good one, man. So I didn't think of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
you got me there.
That's a great vantage point of it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
think
I know
about that, Rylie.
they're
Yeah,
not
that's cool.
grapes. They're not grapes, but I like, you can get the green grapes, the green olives.
Yeah, okay. I see you.
I
I'm
feel
with you.
like
I could just-
introducing Jesus.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
got you. Okay, that's a pretty cool little. Okay, so 2 more. So now these ladies come to you. So you're about to go shopping for a new bat bag. You're like, all right, cool. Get my sophomore year, all my gear and all that. And season 2, and 2 of these ladies from the Old Testament are like, yo, we want to go shopping with you. Unlimited funds, money, all that kind of stuff. But you can choose to spend a day shopping with Esther. Super cool lady, love her story. Or you can go shopping for bat bags for the day with Ruth. Esther, Ruth, who are you going shopping with?
Wow. Oh, this one's good. I mean, I guess I have to go with Esther on this. Just her boldness.
Ruth. Dang it,
Oh.
man. I had Ruth. Dang, what'd you have on that one?
Yeah, I had Ruth as well.
Oh, yeah. I just
Okay.
love how bold
I'm
Esther
bombing.
was.
I'm
Got it.
bombing.
Okay.
on this.
Okay. You got one. I got one up on you, Dan. Let's see if you can tie with this last one. Okay. So last question. So we're going back into this is back in Jesus times. So they're going to do a scrimmage game, the disciples versus the Pharisees. They're going to do like a cool pickup game scrimmage. You guys are doing your thing. They want you to be one of the first base coaches for the disciples against the Pharisees, right? So you're doing your thing. And you have to kind of basically decide on your starting pitcher of this time frame of people you can in that world that was walking around at that time. You can have the Apostle Peter. Now check it out. It's a tough one. The Apostle Peter can be your starting pitcher, or you can have Lazarus be your starting pitcher. Both dudes went through some crazy stuff. Apostle Peter, Lazarus. Who are you taking to be your ace against the Pharisees in the scrimmage game?
Peter.
Oh, I'm done.
Peter.
I retire. I had Lazarus. I did, but the dude overcame death by Lord's time. He like literally came back from the dead. I really had Lazarus, man. Dave, what'd you have
Well,
on that one?
I had Lazarus as well. Oh,
Okay, but what's
hey,
your reason? Go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear your reason, Riley. Let's.
I mean, when they were arresting Jesus, I mean, this guy goes and just cuts that guy's ear off. Like, I mean,
True.
you could be a
that's
follower of
true.
Jesus and
That's
then it
true.
could just like click. And I feel like
That's true.
that's with all of us too. Like, we want to follow the
Yeah.
Lord and, do what he says. But I mean, sometimes, you can't mess
Sometimes you
with
gotta get ghetto.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yes, like
I
sometimes
love
you
that.
have to go a little crazy. Don't mess with Jesus.
I love
Give
Yeah,
that.
him,
yeah.
That's
Human
pretty cool.
nature, the
I
human
did, I,
nature takes over. Absolutely.
yeah.
Dane, what do pitchers call that? The stare down. So Peter's kind of got the whole stare down, right? It's like, all right,
Yeah,
striking
Yes.
yeah.
you out, striking
Yeah.
you out. I got you. That's fair enough. I could see it. I just had this whole thing of like, all right, well, Lazarus definitely, overcame a lot of stuff. I see your point. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's a little segment that we have called Rapid Fire. Hope you enjoyed that. Something a little different. So that's
Super
Rapid
fun.
Fire. I'll give it back to Thank you. Give it back to Dane for the last segment. So
Well, before we go into the open mic, I just kind of had a additional question. Going from all the things you've done in your softball career thus far, leading up to college. You know, Obviously you do a lot of practicing, you do a lot of preparations for tournament to tournament. What is maybe one or two things that you've noticed that's a difference of practice, preparation, uh, team chemistry that you faced in the college ranks that you is vastly different
mm,
than the club ranks?
good.
Oh, I was just talking to someone about this. I think the biggest difference for me is just how detail oriented in preparation we are at the college level.
Mhm.
I mean, I watched a lot of film from just a phone behind home plate and watching my swings, my at bats, or the opposing pitcher about to face through this app called Game Changer before travel games.
Yep.
But now, like, there's charts and grids and better quality video
Yep.
and just preparation of how I'm going to hit this certain type of pitch that I
Mm.
really never took into consideration at the travel ball level. I just was like, I know this
Mm,
girl has this and this pitch, and I'm just going to go up in there and see it middle and hit it, And
Yeah.
now it's just
yeah.
a lot more detail oriented coming into the collegiate level.
Wow. Yeah, I
So
was I
so is
was
it
I
like
was like asking that question because there's definitely a step up from with the professionalism, and not that clubs aren't, but they just have more resources at this level
Yes.
that they can take way more advantage of. So that's great. Go ahead,
So
Josh.
Dane on that, and Riley. So kind of what I'm hearing is I made a note of this. So it's like go before you get to college, it's almost like it's just you're relying on certain percentage of willpower and almost just grit and luck. When you're getting to that college level and above, it sounds like it's a lot more detail, precision. It's just sounds like it's more blueprints, more algorithms, more fine tuning, granular stuff is what I'm hearing. A lot more preparation, maybe a lot more time spent watching film than even maybe on the field. Would you say? Is that fair? Or
I mean, we do watch film before every hitting session, but it's almost like when I'm going into our hitting segment at practice, it's not like my coach is going to go and like try to fix every single part of my swing. Like he's there
Mhm.
as a guide now. I mean, my
Right.
swing has made it this far and got me to this level. So that's when you use the resources we have and
Right.
we use film. It was like,
I
okay,
like
how
that.
can we take this swing and hit and face this pitcher or hit this
Yeah.
pitch? You know what
Mm,
I mean?
Mhm. Yeah,
that's good. I see
absolutely.
what you mean. That's cool.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Dan.
I mean, well, your swing got you there, like you say, and we hope,
Yeah.
wish nothing but the best for you as you go into this spring season, which
Thank
kind
you.
of brings us into our final segment here. It's called Open Mic. We open the floor to our guests to kind of talk to those younger and up and coming athletes,
Mhm.
musicians, anybody that aspires to do anything great. Is there a mantra or maybe a philosophy that you followed through your softball career that maybe you can pass on a couple words of wisdom to our younger listeners and viewers?
I mean, my biggest thing is I tell all these girls I do lessons with in the camps is no dream is too far. Like when I
Mm,
was younger and I saw those girls, the older girls playing ahead of me, that's when the dream of playing collegiate softball at the highest level sparked inside of me. And then from that day, I was committed to achieving that goal.
Mm.
And once you're fully committed into doing something, one, you're giving yourself 100% permission to fail. So even though I work really hard, it's okay. I play a game of failure,
Yeah.
but taking those failures and learning from it and continue to work hard. I mean, I would say I am one of the hardest workers I know just because you have to fall in love with the grind and fall in
Yeah.
love with wanting to figure out, okay, I'm failing at this. I'm not as good in this area, but how can I become better in this area? And really, you're going to face a lot of different opinions, even from people that you really don't like or the people that are really close to you. And they can be hurtful at the time, but really you just use it as fuel and you keep
Yeah.
on having your
Mm.
head down and grinding and just remaining locked into your journey. Um, but like I say all this because I'm a living proof and I am a big advocate from this because I'm living proof and an example. Like I said, when I was younger, just setting that goal for myself and then working my tail off to get there.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
I, I'm listening to the notes of this, and we always make notes. So, Riley, it's kind of like this is what you're saying. There's a difference between preparation and like being cocky. By the time you get to that level, it should be expected that, of course, people go to work every day and do their job and expect to do it well. They have this mindset that athletes can't be like confident, right? No, you're
Yeah.
saying, hey, I work just like anybody else at their job, whether it's a barber, tailor, someone that works on planes. You expect the product to be good. You're doing this thing where you're grinding
Yeah.
day in,
Yeah.
day out. You're doing the work, and then by the time game day comes, of course I expect to hit the ball over the fence. Of course I want to go yard. Of course I'm going to strike this
Yeah.
person out because I put in the work. You're kind of saying that it shouldn't be a surprise to you if you put in the work. The game day should be easy. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, and also along with just the results is let's say I'm 0 for 3 with that for that game and I'm up to bat
Mm.
in a big situation and I must like I'll feel bad about myself at the time because I'm 0 for 3, but I can fall back on that preparation like, hey, I worked so hard to face this pitcher during the week
Mm.
prior that I
Yeah.
can trust that I
Mm,
put the work in to be in that moment.
Mm.
mm. Wow, I like it, Dan.
Yeah.
That's good, man. What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm
It reminded me whenever you're saying like a game of failure and things like that, no matter how bad you think you've done, there's your next step is always should be forward. It reminded me of a quote I heard. I can't remember where it was from. It was saying you'll catch your rhythm when you understand that uh, steps backwards are part of the dance. So,
Yeah.
Ooh,
and
that's
when you
good.
understand
That's good.
that, you can progress even though you take a step back. So
Yeah.
That's
it's
good. That's good,
great.
man.
So it's a
That
great
is good.
message, and we love the message that you're bringing, and also your faith with it. So, and that keeps you,
Yeah.
you know, persevering through every pitfall that you may go through. So, we
Mm.
we we love that what you represent. I mean, not only yourself, but your family, and now LSU, and you're bringing your faith to that, and we know you'll have nothing but success coming your way.
Yeah. Love it.
Thank you.
Riley, we can't say enough thank yous. We always say when a guest comes on, alum at this point, you're welcome back anytime. As we'll be following your career. Don't be surprised if we message you during some fall like spring games. Hey,
Yeah,
were those crazy people watching? We always watch. We watch. Dane and I probably watch 400 games a month during softball season. It's crazy. We're just always
yeah,
watching. So we'll be watching you, cheering you on. Like I said, we'll be there in spirit. Unless you're playing Oklahoma. Outside of that, no, I'm kidding. We'll still
So
play.
we
We'll
host
cheer for you.
Oklahoma this spring.
yeah,
I know. I'm kidding. That's one of those ones where we have a lot of friends on different leagues, so it's like, oh, we just watch and we just kind of be in the middle at this point, right? So,
yeah,
but no, I'm
Yeah.
excited to see your career unfold, the influence that you're continuing to kind of spread positive that message of faith and redemption, and just kind of letting God use you in a way that only you can. That's your story. So thank you
yeah,
for not shying away from that. In a world where
yeah,
everyone's trying to be the same and trying to be like each other, we love it that you're trying to be more like God. And we can't say enough thank yous of that.
yeah.
It's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
shout out to your local church, all those out there, your crew. We'd love to shout them out too in the post. So send me the information. We'll be glad to shout them
Yeah.
out. We're just very, very excited to be able to get to break this down. Let this be the first of many. Dane, anything in closing? I want to give this lady some time back in her day.
No, thank you for your time as always, and good luck out there, and go Tigers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Go
that's
Tigers. Thank you.
We can finally say that. Well, Riley, thanks again so much. Merry Christmas. Have a great time. And let's reconnect and stay in touch and have a great rest of your year. Okay. So
Of course. Merry Christmas to y'all as well.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Much love. Thank you,
Bye
Riley.
bye.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, man, she's cool, man. Like the quiet confidence, the quiet storm.
Yeah,
I liked her. What do you think, man?
yeah. I mean, being so young and having that kind of perspective as an older soul, it's no wonder she's had the success she's had so far, and is at a
Hmm.
top level school for softball and academics. So, like we say, we wish all of our, as we wished all of our guests, the best of luck in every endeavor they go after.
Hmm. The fact that she went to seven different universities and decided, and
Yeah,
she had pretty much that's incredible. You don't hear that a lot where she chose to fit. Like it was her decision. When you're that good, and it wasn't even a surprise. And that blows my
yeah,
mind when I see someone of that caliber who's so confident, but also so humble at the same time. It wasn't cockiness, it wasn't pride, it wasn't arrogance, it was preparation. That's what keeps standing out to me in this interview with her is I kind of expected that because I worked hard my whole life. You shouldn't be surprised when the
yeah,
payoff happens. Did you catch that too, Dane?
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. It's just that makes you work even that much harder when you think maybe there's a part of you one day that says, "Man, maybe I can't do it." Then the other part of you that
Mm.
believes in yourself says, "You can and you will."
Yeah, that
So,
was good. Wow, what a great one. What a way to end the year. So
yeah,
that wraps
love it.
up 2025. Wow, going into year four. Guys got a lot of stuff coming down the pike in 2026. As we've said before, episodes will be more meaningful. It may not be quite as frequent, but they'll be more meaningful. The show is
Yep,
definitely not stopping. We're just kind of taking it more as an approach of quantity is not as important as quality to us. So
yep.
if you see some in spurts or in waves, we're just kind of working with what we can. So hope all of you have a great Christmas that just passed and a happy new year. Don't forget, as always, that we love you. And Dane.
Thank you for listening.